It was my cousin's perfect Christmas wedding and the day I almost broke. At 35, single, hiding my pain behind a smile until one unexpected dance changed everything.
I lifted up my eyes as the thunder rumbled in the sky and I prayed it wouldn't rain. It was December after all, and this was supposed to be the Harmattan season. Dara was already freaking out over everything that wasn't going right, and the last thing I wanted on my hands was a bridezilla. Having spent a greater part of my years living with my cousin after the death of my parents, I knew her flaws and strengths. I knew she could be sweet one moment and sly the next. She was a spoiled brat, and the attitude came from her upbringing. The only girl and last child of 4 boys, she was used to getting whatever she wanted.
She grew up believing she was the cynosure of all eyes and the world should submit to her every need.
However, today was one of those days things were not going her way, and dear Dara was throwing tantrums.
Where is the stupid driver? Is he not supposed to be here?
I told you he'll be here soon. He's stuck in traffic.
How can he be stuck in traffic?
She asked unreasonably, as if she was not aware of the plague that haunted Lagos roads.
I'm supposed to be in church by now.
You insisted he should go and get a rosette for your hair to replace the damaged one. I explained as if I was talking to a child that had difficulty understanding. He will be here soon. My eyes met my best friend's over her head. A smile formed on my lips at the look on Chichi's face. She couldn't stand Dara and her tantrums and only tolerated her for my sake. 15 minutes later, the driver arrived and I quickly ushered everyone into the car. And soon, we were on our way. Unfortunately, I couldn't save him from Dara's acerbic tongue as she went on and on.
Do you have any idea how silly you are for delaying me? Will you move this car faster? Everyone is waiting for me in church. Where did they get this stupid driver from? Move!
We would have had to endure that all the way to church but for Chichi's sharp rebuke.
Maybe if you shut up and relax, he'll be able to concentrate and get us there faster.
A tense silence suddenly permeated the car as we awaited her reaction. She, however, surprised us by doing as she was told. Soon, we arrived at the church and she was right about one thing. Everyone was waiting. As soon as we alighted, we were quickly ushered in to take our positions. I watched Dara walk down the aisle towards Ben and couldn't help but think, why isn't it me? Why am I not the one getting married? How is it that with Dara's many flaws, she's marrying one of the sweetest guys I've ever come across? How? Why? Questions plagued me, and my heart filled with sadness. For one brief moment, I wanted to scream out in pain. I wanted to drop the flowers I dutifully held as the couple held hands and gazed into each other's eyes, and just run. I wanted to be anywhere else but there. However, I stood my ground and did all that was required of me. I went through the motions until
you are now pronounced man and wife.
Dara was married and I was not.
Your own man will find you, I know that.
So you always say, I said with a sad smile. I was 35 and still single, and frankly, I was beginning to think that perhaps marriage was not for me. But I'm sure it won't be so bad to be a spinster. Jesus didn't get married.
Don't say that,
she said passionately, and I squeezed her hand, grateful for her friendship. I might not have a husband, but there were many things in my life I was grateful for. Believe me, Chichi, it wouldn't be so bad, I said, and meant it. She stared at me a while, and I knew she was sad for me. I gave her a tremulous smile.
I won't give up on you.
I'm not asking you to. But thank you for not putting unnecessary pressure on me, for believing. I'm grateful. She squeezed my hand harder and there were tears in both our eyes.
Is this a bad time?
It's not a bad time. She's very available. I'm married to a man.
I frowned slightly as it occurred to me that she wanted to clear any doubts Tega might have about our previous held hand.
I need a drink anyway.
I turned my gaze back to Tega and smiled apologetically. Sorry about my friend, she's just...
It's fine. I get it.
He said, interrupting me as he gave me an easy, understanding smile.
One can never be too sure these days.
Tell me about it, I intoned, returning his smile. Does Dara need anything? I queried, looking in the direction of where she should be seated beside her husband. They were, however, on the dance floor.
No, they're fine. I just... Would you like to dance?
I was pleasantly surprised. By all standards, Tega was a good-looking man. From the few times I had been around him, I knew he was thoughtful, kind, and ran the teens ministry of his church. I also knew he had a string of women crushing on him. I had heard Ben teasing him about how he manages to serve off these girls and not lose his celibacy. Some of their other friends had joined in the tease, calling him a Jew man, saying he took this Jesus matter too seriously and made the rest of them look like the devil. He had amiably replied,
You people are devils. You need to give your lives to Christ immediately. Come on.
His friends had told him to get lost and they had laughed off the matter. Now this same man stood before her, asking her for a dance. Why her? Why not you? I smiled inwardly, feeling chided. I did this a lot, questioned when good things happened to me, became suspicious when people were nice to me, focused on my flaws rather than my strengths. I could imagine Chichi saying,
Stop being silly. What are you waiting for? Go dance with him.
On reflex, my eyes searched the room, and I wasn't surprised she was standing and was staring at me, giving me a questioning look. I smiled and turned my gaze back to Tega. Sure, I said and stood up. As we walked to the dance floor, I could see Chichi making faces at me. I purposely ignored her and focused on the man who pulled me into his embrace. As a slow number began to play, I nestled close and allowed myself to be swayed, refusing to think about anything except this moment. I didn't want to hope, didn't want to think about the moment after this. It was just a simple dance, nothing more. Just because a guy says hi doesn't mean he wants to date me. Plus, it had been a long time any guy even said hi to me. Lola, he murmured against my ear. I muttered, enjoying how he held me and led the dance. He was close enough, but still respectful.
Do you have any plans for Christmas?
Christmas was in 3 days' time, and I hadn't given much thought to how I was going to spend the day. Most likely do what I do every year for the past 4 years since Chichi got married. Go to her house and spend the day. Not really, I responded, wondering why he was asking.
Would you mind coming with me to share gift packs to some families?
He stopped to look at me, waiting for my response.
Afterwards, we can have lunch. Just you and I.
Was he asking me on a date? That sounded like a date, right? Sure, I replied coolly. He smiled and pulled me back into his arms as the music washed over us, while I felt my heart leaping with hope. Something good might come out of Dara's wedding for me after all, and for the first time in years, I couldn't wait for Christmas.